Good morning and welcome to this week's midweek message from St Anne's Church, Chasetown. My name is Chris Hawthorne and I'm a licensed lay reader here for St Anne's. Today began as a grey and overcast day for me. To be honest, the weather mirrored my mood. I'm sure you can hear the wind blowing now. And the main thing that is concerning me is the events that are happening in Ukraine. And this is a concern on a number of levels. Obviously, there's the ongoing horror, knowing that the weak and the vulnerable are having to face another day, another week, where life is cold, hard and fearful. Food is scarce, water is dirty, and life, or survival, is random. Those who can have fled, but those who can't. And then there are the atrocities which we are now hearing reported in the news. Civilians are murdered in cold blood, homes looted and flattened. And on top of that, we have the out-and-out denial from the Russians and their Russian media that any of this is their fault. They are saying that Ukrainians have decided to destroy their own towns and kill their own people to make Russia look bad. And as I walked my two dogs around our usual route and looked at the grey sky, hoping to get home before it rained to avoid the extra drying of them, which would take up more time before they had their first meal, I suddenly realised that this was freedom. And I was seeing children walking to school, other folk who were also walking their dogs. And then we exchanged those morning greetings, which could range from hello, going along to a 2-minute talk about our dogs or our days and the plans that we have for them. And it occurred to me that this is what President Volodymyr Zelensky is fighting for. Freedom. Those very simple, everyday routines that we all take for granted. It was the German theologian Dietrich Bonhoeffer, who lived during the Second World War under the Nazi German regime and preached against Hitler, who said, "Not to speak is to speak. Not to act is to act." In other words, doing nothing is the same as allowing people to get away with evil, passing by on the other side. And then when I returned home, dried the dogs and they'd had their meal, I was able to watch the news. And the picture on the front of today's Daily Mirror is a photograph of a little girl's back. And on her back are written the words, "If I don't make it, this is who you are." And then there are the details. The little girl's name, her date of birth, and some phone numbers. Is this the decision of a desperate woman? Or perhaps it's a wise mother who is being prudent because she realises that she may be parted from her daughter. These are horrific, sad and difficult times that we are living in. And then there's the almost unspeakable. There are gangs at the moment on the borders of Ukraine who are looking out for vulnerable women and children whom they can kidnap and take away. More people trafficking. More profit being seen as an opportunity as that war throws up. We could, and perhaps we should, weep. Archbishop Desmond Tutu said, "Hope is being able to see that there is light despite the darkness." Archbishop Desmond Tutu is a man who lived in South Africa through the era of apartheid and who went on to come up with the idea of the reconciliation councils or reconciliation courts in an effort to find a way through the terrible atrocities that were carried out by the police over the better part of 50 years, from 1948 to 1991. Hope is being able to see that there is light despite all the darkness. 2-2. Not to speak is to speak. Not to act is to act. Bonhoeffer. I cannot rush off to Ukraine and fight. I lack the skills, I lack the strength, and probably I lack the courage. But I can speak out and I can act, as can we all. Writing to our MPs and reminding them that this issue is a top priority and we expect them to remain vigilant, offering help and support to Ukraine and allowing refugees to come to this country and offering them the support they need right now is a start. Giving money to a charity like the Red Cross or Médecins Sans Frontières is another way forward. In Psalm 39 verse 7 we read, "Where do I put my hope? My only hope is in you, Lord." And this reminds us that in this mess, in the mire and the ordinariness of our everyday life, we should seek out and give thanks for the rain, the grey sky, the chill in the wind, and the smiles on the faces of the people whom we meet, because we have freedom. And with freedom comes responsibilities and choices. May God help us all to seek justice, share love, and offer support. Take care, and God bless you today and this week. Close the window.